Hi, I'm Callam from AC Hamilton in Preston, and if you click this video you've probably been excited as I have about the release of the Helix Stadium, and finally it's here. So in this video I'm going to run over a couple of the benefits of it. I'm going to give you an idea of some of the presets that are going to be in there when you get yours out of the box, and a couple of the new amp models and features. The main differences with this to the older Helix are it is now over a kilogram lighter. It's a lot smaller and it is twice as powerful. That's without going in depth into the new amp modelling technology or any of the new features it does. So without ado, I'm just going to get right into this and show you how it sounds. First things you'll notice about the Helix Stadium is this huge touchscreen, which makes your life so much easier. Myself, with the older Helix, I was always using a computer just simply because it made it easier with the drag and drop. So now the addition of this touchscreen, you can just move things around willy-nilly. So say I want that vibe up here, I can move it, drag it, drop it. It's really easy to use. Other benefit of this is the new focus view. So if you tap the icon down here, you'll see you have what's essentially like an old school Chaos or trackpad, which basically works its way between 5 different presets, changing the amp parameters as you go. So I'll give you a quick demo of how that sounds now. So in the middle at the moment on the trade. Changing as I'm playing. Now let's get into the new amp models. So now to access them, you just press the title down here, and you can see you've got all your new Agora amp models at the top, followed by the bass amp models, and then all the legacy stuff that we know and we're used to from the old Helix. As the newer versions of the amps come out, the non-Agora models will be moved down to the legacy guitar amps, but they'll still remain in there. Now let's start with presets. So the way your presets are organised now is you have all your user presets in one saved area and your factory up at the top. Then you can create set lists of your presets depending on what you're doing and what you might want to use for, say, one gig or not use for another gig. You can have them in there in whatever order you want. It's really easy to just move them around. So if I press manage presets, I can press the box at the end, drag and drop and put them in whatever order I choose. You can also delete them from here as well from that set list. So I thought I'd show you a couple of the presets that come in there from the factory to give you an idea as to what you're getting out of the box. Here's a good one called the Stadium Rock Rig, and I've just got the first 4 snapshots assigned to the top so we can work between them. So we've just got a rhythm, a clean, a crunch and a lead. So I'll just give you an idea of how they sound now. So here we have another factory preset that comes in your Stadium. This one's more sort of a clean ambient sort of sound, and there is sort of an auto wah built in that gets things a bit funky if you want it to. So here's how this one sounds. Right, so here's a quick preset that I made a couple of minutes ago. Essentially, I've just got 2 amps running in stereo, 2 of the new Agora amps. I wanted to see how many I could get. The sort of limit you can have on a single path would be 2, with a couple of other bits on there. So you can see on here I've got a Tube Screamer and I've got the Minotaur clone in front of it, and then I've got all my modulations on a separate line. The Stadium now does have double the power of what the original Helix has, but the Agora amp models themselves are quite intense as to how much power they do use. So it's on a similar sort of level as to how it was previously using the new amp modelers. So you guys out there use a lot of pitch effects and that sort of thing. You'd be sort of limited to 2 Agora amps on the same line. You might just squeeze one of your pitch effects in front of it, but any more than that you would struggle. You'd have to use the amps on the bottom and the pitch effects on the top. So on this quick model I've made, I just want to show you around a couple things, such as if you go to, I quite like how you go to the focus view and then you can tap all your different effects and you get different pretty pictures that go with that particular pedal or that particular amp. I'll just give you an idea of some of the tones I've made quickly within the short time that I've had available with it. So at the top I've got my 4 snapshots saved, and across the bottom I've just got my normal pedal on-offs. So let's see how that sounds. So another great thing about the Stadium is now you have a built-in search function. So if you can't find what you're looking for, amps as an example, if I press on the amps down here and say I'm searching for a Marshall, if I start typing Marshall search, it's going to bring me up all the relevant amps based off that. Same again if I delete this and type it in Fender. We get similar sort of things. We have all the Fender amps there. This works for the amps, all the effects. It works for your presets and your set list as well. So if you can't find one of the presets that you've been making, you can search up here for a sound that maybe 50 songs down the list that you're looking for, to save you having to scroll through. Another great thing I like about Stadium is these 3 buttons here. So now this volume knob can act for your jack line outs, your XLR outs, and your headphone outs. And then you just simply adjust the volume based off which one you want to adjust. And if you press the button again, this brings up the matrix mixer, which you have access for your jack line outs, your XLR line outs, and your headphones output as well. So now you can adjust all your levels on the fly without having to go deep into the menus. I hope you've enjoyed my brief overview of the new Line 6 Helix Stadium. If you have any questions at all, feel free to get in touch with us. We are still taking pre-orders at the moment, but hopefully should have some free stock soon. There should be some videos coming in the future with things that aren't necessarily in the stadium yet, features such as Showcase and Proxy, which should be coming in the next 12 months, and then when they're released, we'll go over those with you as well. Alright, thanks for watching.